How do you know when it's finally time to walk away? Not from a simple disagreement, but from an environment that slowly drains your peace. Many people struggle with this moment. They stay loyal. They stay patient. They stay hopeful. But eventually a quiet realization begins to grow. Something in my life is no longer aligned with who I am becoming. Moment of inner clarity. Leaving rarely begins with a dramatic event. Instead, it often begins with a quiet realization. You begin noticing patterns. The same conversations. The same conflicts. The same disappointments. You realize the situation is not improving, it is repeating. And deep inside, a small voice begins asking a difficult question. Is this where I'm meant to remain? That voice is not rebellion. It is awareness. When your peace is constantly disturbed, one of the clearest signals that change is needed is the loss of inner peace. You may feel constant stress, emotional exhaustion, mental confusion, sense of heaviness. Your mind keeps replaying situations, trying to solve problems that never seem to end. When peace becomes rare instead of normal, your environment may be misaligned with your well-being. Peace is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Growth is no longer possible. Healthy environments encourage growth. They allow people to evolve. They celebrate progress. But toxic environments often resist growth. When you attempt to improve yourself, you may encounter criticism, resistance, dismissive attitudes, or attempts to pull you back into old roles. Growth becomes threatening to those who prefer the situation to remain unchanged. And eventually you must ask, am I allowed to grow here? The courage to set boundaries? Walking away is not always the first step. Sometimes the first step is boundaries. Healthy boundaries communicate what you will accept, what you will not accept, what behavior must change. Boundaries create clarity. But when boundaries are ignored repeatedly, they reveal something important. The environment values control more than respect. At that moment, distance may become necessary. The wisdom of letting go. Letting go is often misunderstood. People assume it means failure. But sometimes letting go is simply recognizing that a chapter has reached its natural conclusion. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. Not every environment is meant to hold you indefinitely. Some experiences exist only to teach us lessons. And when the lesson is complete, remaining longer only prolongs the struggle. Reclaiming your life. After leaving an unhealthy situation, many people rediscover parts of themselves they had forgotten. Creativity returns. Energy returns. Curiosity returns. You begin making decisions based on your values rather than someone else's expectations. And slowly, your life begins aligning with the person you are becoming. The freedom may feel unfamiliar at first. But over time it becomes something precious. Peace. Walking away from something familiar is never easy. But remaining in an environment that diminishes your spirit is far more costly. Loyalty is a beautiful virtue, but loyalty should never require the abandonment of your well-being. Sometimes the most courageous act is not staying. Sometimes it is choosing the path that leads back to yourself. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to reflect on your own environment. Are you growing there, or slowly disappearing? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience may encourage someone else who is searching for clarity. And if you appreciate thoughtful conversations about emotional healing, personal growth, and living with purpose, subscribe and join this community. Tap subscribe below the title for more quick encouragement. Because choosing peace is one of the most powerful decisions a person can make.